I want you to kind of think about Earth Day just a little bit different in the sense of how you and I connect to the Earth, meaning that we spend so much time indoors, right, under fluorescent lights. We spend so many hours on computers and on cell phones. And if you heard me speak time and time again, how important it is to be outside and get some sunshine, get outside and connect with the Earth. Um, in I think it's Japan, they have a practice which they call forest bathing. It's kind of taking on it here in the United States too, but there's a lot of science behind what is called forest bathing, where you go out into the woods, you go out into the forest and you go for a hike and then you just sit still and you hug a tree or you just sit still and listen to the water trickling down over some rocks, listen to the birds in the sky. You're just connecting with Mother Earth, and in essence, it's completely nurturing, and we know that from science. Your body pulls in electrons, which increases the voltage of your cells. But another great benefit to being out in the woods and hiking and connecting with the earth, right, is that it actually activates the right hemisphere of your brain. Yeah, the right hemisphere of your brain is basically your braking system. Um, so from a neurological perspective, the left hemisphere of your brain acts as the gas pedal, go, 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 and the right hemisphere of the brain acts as the brakes. In our world today that we live in, right, we are all in the go, go, go model, right, which would be called sympathetic activation, right? Your right hemisphere of your brain has a direct connection to your gut. So many people that have chronic ongoing gut problems have a poor functioning right hemisphere of their brain. So just getting out in the woods and connecting with Mother Earth tends to upregulate the right hemisphere of your brain, turning on your parasympathetics, your calming and nurturing. Who doesn't need more of that in today's world? Another thing to think about also is like when you have a pet, it's often reported that people that have pets, especially dogs, tend to live longer, and I've had dogs my entire life, so I plan on living a really long time. But with that aside, it's interesting is that, with pets, especially dogs, is, they're outside a lot. We take our dogs hiking in the woods, but they are obviously not wearing sneakers and they're out touching the earth. And so when you're touching the earth, there's that thing called grounding, which, what it is about grounding is you're actually discharging static electricity. So when you are out walking on the beach, when you're out walking barefoot on the lawn, or that's up it's called grounding, we build up a lot of static electricity from all of the what you might call synthetic electricities or bad EMFs that we're exposed to from cell phone towers to power lines. And we need to discharge this. And so that's what grounding does. But the other benefit of walking barefoot that the dogs get is they're actually pulling electrons in from the earth. So your pet, your dog, actually will carry a higher pool of electrons. So when when you're petting your pet, when it's sitting on your lap, so you're just connecting with your dog, is literally your pet is transferring the abundance of electrons that they're carrying to you. Electrons are constantly transferring, and so they are allowing you to build up a pool of electrons that you ordinarily would not be having, right? And so everything about life is basically the transfer of electrons. If you go back and listen to me talk about the mitochondria, which is the power plant of your cells where you make energy, what is taking place? It's called an electron transfer process. So it is the transferring electrons. But if you don't have a pool of electrons, there's nothing to transfer. So that's really kind of the cool benefits of pets. And I think lots of times they inherently just kind of go up and cuddle next to you because they inherently feel the loss of electrons and want to transfer that with you. So it's Earth Day. Just get outside and touch the earth, connect with the earth, be communicative with the earth. It's something that we are all lacking in modern society.